No! Stop! No! What are you doing?
Sorry about that jump scare, but it is Halloween. I wanted to talk about this video I seen from Lance of the Surf Times, The Science Behind Benny Johnson's Homosexuality Explained, which is a really odd title for a video. However, the video barely features Benny Johnson at all. It's mostly the surfs reacting to this video, the sick reason Grindr crashes at MAGA events. But I am grateful to the surfs for introducing me to this really stupid video. I hope you guys are ready for some hard-hitting science.
Grindr allegedly crashed during Charlie Kirk's memorial and the RNC in Milwaukee. Whether it really did or not almost doesn't matter.
Wait, what? You know that's called confirmation bias? It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It confirms what I already believe. Even though Grindr themselves say that this didn't happen. But it doesn't matter if it's true or not. I'm gonna report on it anyway because it fits my preconceived notions. Teehee.
The science of homophobia. Researchers showed homophobic men 3 sets of erotic videos: straight couples, lesbian couples, and gay male couples. They strapped participants to equipment measuring penile tumescence, basically a scientific boner detector. The results? Well, homophobic men reacted just like everyone else to straight and lesbian porn. But when it came to gay male sex, about half of the most homophobic participants showed clear signs of arousal.
Uh-oh. But that's pretty wild. Almost half of the homophobes are secretly getting turned on by gay porn. Holy shit. That's a lot. All right, if you'd been like, yeah, 10% of homophobic men actually are stimulated by gay pornography, I'd be like, yeah, it sounds about right. I mean, that seems kind of high. Half of them? Half?
What's funny is, Lance and I had the exact same reaction. Half does sound like a lot. In my case, that invited skepticism. I needed to do more research into this study, instead of accepting it like an idiot, as Lance did. And the results? This study is incredibly weak. Firstly, the sample size is relatively small, with only 35 homophobic men. Secondly, the accuracy of the so-called boner detector is in debate. They say it's much more akin to, say, a blood pressure measurement, which would make sense. The homophobes were anxious watching gay porn, increasing their blood pressure, which is picked up by the measurement, which is mentioned in the paper itself. Another theory is the role of anxiety in sexual responding. It's possible that viewing homosexual stimuli causes negative emotions in homophobic men. Because anxiety has been shown to enhance arousal and erection, this theory would predict increases in erection in homophobic men. Furthermore, if we're to take this at face value, that means 25% of the non-homophobic straight group are also gay. Half the homophobes are gay, a quarter of the straights are gay, all the gays are gay, everybody's gay.
We should be on alert for anything suspicious.
They could be anywhere, even
right here.
What I found funny is the article that they're showing on screen doesn't even say what they said it did. Unless it did say it at one point, they just added this in, which is really strange because it doesn't say anywhere in the paper there was clear signs of arousal. We're talking about millimeters here, which I know is probably a lot for the surfs. To infer anything from this shoddy study is pathetic.
But in 2005, Brian P. Mayer and colleagues published a study with the perfect title, A Secret Attraction or Defensive Loathing. They wrote, contrary to the idea that defensive homophobics harbor an implicit attraction for gay sex, we found that such individuals displayed evidence of phobic-like aversion. In normal people speak, it means not every homophobe is secretly lusting after what they condemn. Some genuinely experience fear and disgust. That gives us 2 distinct camps, the closeted, repressed kind and the defensive, phobic kind.
This is just completely made up, completely pulled out of nowhere. They argue against the first study that you mentioned. It says so in the discussion afterwards. The data were consistent with a defensive loathing hypothesis over a secret attraction hypothesis. It's not, as you suggested, that half are defensive loathing and half have a secret attraction. They're saying that defensive loathing is more likely an explanation than the secret attraction hypothesis. Defensive homophobes, homophobics high in self-deception, which you're calling closeted homophobes, might be so averse to gay sex that they experience fear and anxiety with mere exposure to gay images. So you're completely misreading the study. Also worth pointing out that this study is also tiny, and the methods to determine self-deceptive homophobes are pretty flimsy to me. It's a more scientific version of, homo say what? Oh, what? Oh, well, looks like you're a homosexual.
And that distinction matters when we look at Grindr crashes and MAGA politics.
It doesn't even matter if this story isn't true, guys. Remember, I've misrepresented and misunderstood 2 tiny studies.
In that crowd, you've got people secretly scrolling because they crave connection they can't admit to, maybe not even to themselves. But right next to them are the other camp, the ones not sneaking into the app but cheering for Trump's policies. As Maya put it, defensive homophobics might be so averse to gay sex that they experience fear and anxiety with mere exposure to gay images.
So we're supposed to believe that they're so averse to gay sex that they're going on Grindr to seek out gay sex in such numbers that they're breaking the app. Okay.
Research shows that Americans without college degrees, especially those outside religion, report much more loneliness. They have fewer friends, weaker networks, and less social support. Conservative churches still offer that structure, and for many people, the church is their family, their safety net, and their entire social world. So if you're a gay Republican in that setting, the closet isn't just about sex, it's about survival.
Notice she has no data to back up this point, because it's kinda hard to misrepresent when the overwhelming amount of data suggests that conservatives are more happy. In fact, on average, you, a liberal woman, are the least happy category. And conservative men are the happiest category, despite this apparent abundance of self-hating, secretly gay conservative men.
Bronzer, eyeliner, and double standards. See, and yeah, hypocrisy is funny, especially when it's wearing bronzer or like just orange spray tan on the face. Like, let's be honest, Donald Trump in full pancake makeup is basically drag, just without the...
That's true. He doesn't get any smoke for that either, right? But the guy wears more makeup than women. He has so much gender-affirming care going down on a regular basis that, like, the most transphobic fucking fascist of the modern era is at the same time someone obsessed with gender-affirming care.
Oh, you wear makeup. Therefore, you're a hypocrite for not letting us chop off this child's genitals. And it goes without saying, as is typical, the serf's logic is stupid. Not every case of a man wearing makeup is gender-affirming care. If you shave your beard, as Lance has, is it because you're affirming your female gender? No, you just like a clean shave, you fucking idiot. And thirdly, you know being tanned is not a female feature. How do you know he's not just trying to look like a tanned man? Men can be tanned. Have you been to Spain? They're called hombres. They drink aqua.
But to want to deprive it from everyone else, to want to say that by virtue of you putting makeup on, you're gay, or you're a danger to children, or you're potentially some kind of depraved member of society, well, you're saying all that while you're wearing, again, an entire ice cream cake worth of makeup on your face. You're doing so much gender-affirming care before you get in front of the cameras.
He's so dumb, he doesn't even understand his own ideology. He's equating wearing makeup with being trans. So we all agree they're just men with makeup on and they should be in the men's bathroom and playing men's sport. They're not women. Thanks, Lance.
And go JD Vance, get me started on JD Vance.
Those red cups indicates to me that this is a party. It has nothing to do with being trans. He dressed up at a party, I'm sure as a joke. Did he do it in front of children? Is he trying to claim that he's actually a woman? Where's the hypocrisy? You dressed up as a woman at a party as a joke. Therefore, I should have carte blanche to transition children with experimental treatments. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I definitely recommend you check out Stuart Ritchie and his book Science Fictions. It really primes you to keep an eye out for these arresting studies that sound too good to be true. He actually tackles these gay homophobe studies, and he points out all the conflicting studies. Oh, I guess I just forgot to talk about those studies, the ones that don't confirm what I already believe.